Today, we're going to talk about an unusual construction that has seen the light of day in Africa. The advantage: it allows water to be produced free of charge in near desert regions, an ideal solution for democratizing access to water in remote regions. The principle is simple: trap moisture in the ambient air. But first, let's find out more about this unusual construction. This structure is in the southern Ethiopian village of Dorze. It's not a ritual building, although in importance it could become one, and for good reason. This structure provides the village with clean water at will, and most importantly, it's absolutely free. Given the climatic conditions in this part of Africa, it's not just a matter of convenience in villages like this. There are millions of wells in Africa where girls and women generally fetch water, and on average, this takes a long time, almost 6 hours a day. A water tower like this makes a real difference to the local population. So how does this structure work? And how does it change the lives of the people in Africa? Find out in this video. According to UNICEF, around 1 billion people around the world don't have access to safe drinking water every day. Thousands of young children suffer from diseases linked to poor hygiene and lack of water, which can lead to irreversible damage to health and even death. Unfortunately, the organization estimates that by 2030, billions of people will be deprived of drinking water if progress is not made 4 times faster than today. This is a matter of urgency, especially in developing countries. One of those trying to solve this problem is the Italian-American Warka Water Project, which is building towers in Africa to collect water from rain and fog. Italian architect Arturo Victori and his team have come up with a concept that resembles that of a contemporary work of art. In addition to this modern design, their mission is to provide drinking water and sanitary facilities. To achieve this goal, they intend not only to build the necessary infrastructure, but also to provide technical training in construction, operation, and maintenance. The aim is to train the local population to make them self-sufficient not only today, but for generations to come. Warka Water is an engineering solution conceived and designed to produce water. A lightweight nylon and polypropylene fiber mesh is attached to the bamboo structure. Rapid cooling at dusk, while the air remains warm, creates a dew effect. As a result, the mesh becomes a frame for water condensing from the air. The collected water then flows under gravity into a reservoir at the base of the structure, preventing the water from evaporating. To access the water directly, an outlet tap on the reservoir allows you to serve yourself. To conserve water, the lower part of the structure is protected by a non-transparent tent. A single structure can produce 80 to 100 liters of water per day. This water would only be enough for half a day for a European and only a quarter of a day for a resident of the United States. But for the local population, it's a real godsend, providing security and comfort. What's more, there's no risk of the structure blowing away or breaking in the wind. Good news for days with bad weather. And with good reason. Bamboo is renowned for its solidity and flexibility, making it highly resistant to weather conditions. Another major advantage is that it requires no electricity. Similarly, maintenance of the structure can be carried out by local residents using hand tools. What's more, it's a viable project thanks to its affordable price, which would make this model interesting for many desert regions. The structure costs between $500 and $1,000 to build and only requires a team of 6 to 10 people to assemble in a single day. The structure just has one major drawback: it doesn't generate any profit, which is why the water production project operates solely on donations. However, the cost of this type of construction varies according to the conditions and needs of the village in which it is installed. It's not always easy to imagine, but in some African countries, humidity levels are much higher than in Europe. This makes them ideal for exploiting the natural climate. What's more, engineers are constantly experimenting with new shapes to try and extend the dew point formation period. However, the shape of the structure was not chosen solely for reasons of efficiency. The village benefits not only from drinking water for personal consumption, but also from improved hygiene, and it saves them time. Previously, people had to spend half an hour fetching water at the risk of falling into a river full of crocodiles. However, open-air sanitation and hygiene issues remain a major problem. This is the place to gather for discussion and prayer, and the product's creators wanted to pay homage to tradition not only by taking over the name, and for good reason. Each of these buildings is designed according to the principles of biomimicry, to be the center of the village in terms of design and efficiency. Biomimicry is an approach that draws on the genius of the living world as a source of sustainable innovation. It consists in observing and reproducing the essential properties of one or more biological systems to develop forms, materials, and processes that are both innovative and sustainable. And in this sense, the name Warka is perfectly suited to this natural or artificial tree that brings water and freshness to the inhabitants, as well as shade. It's a place where people can come together to solve tribal problems and think about a better future. The initiators of this project didn't stop there and decided to apply their concept to an entire village. The result is the Village Warka project, built in Cameroon for the Bagieli Pygmy tribe. They built no fewer than 7 Warka houses, inspired by the vernacular dwellings of the region. Constructed from natural local materials, they used ancient building techniques, employing earth, water, stone, wood, and natural fiber. The fibers are made using traditional methods from bamboo and other processed materials. In addition to respecting the use of local resources, these homes offer a superior level of hygiene and comfort. In terms of water supply, the construction of 2 towers as an alternative source of water supplies the community. As a result, the village benefits not only from drinking water for personal consumption, but also from improved hygiene, and all this while saving time. Previously, people had to spend half an hour fetching water at the risk of falling into a river with crocodiles. However, open-air sanitation and hygiene issues remain a major problem. To alleviate some of these problems, Warka Sanitization provides composting toilets that operate without water or energy, while the Warka garden uses composting materials as a natural fertilizer. What's more, the water produced could be used in the plant watering system, providing the village with fresh food on a daily basis. If this type of village were to spread across the African continent, it would considerably improve the quality of life of at least 1 billion people. Women will have time for other tasks they need to perform for their families, and children will be able to grow up healthier and go to school. Although it's been around for years and solves a major problem, that of access to drinking water, Warka water has not yet been installed everywhere due to a lack of funding. It could literally revolutionize access to drinking water in many rural areas. If you enjoyed our topic of the day, don't hesitate to like this video. For more videos like this, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave us suggestions for future topics. Activate the notification bell to be among the first to see our next video. See you soon on aTech.